Hello and welcome back to Tharek Plays Blood Bowl 2, and today with our Orcs as per usual. And let us take a look here. Team's looking fine, we're still at 12 players. I'm not going to go for a 13th one right now, which means we can just queue up, so let's do so. Or let me check something. Did we... I think we have the dirty players new? Is that the case? I'm not sure how long we have them already. I don't know. It's fine either way. Let's just find an opponent, see how long it'll take today. Oh, 4 seconds. So 3, 2, 1, and okay. I don't feel lied to. It's okay. It's the dwarf. He has a free bribe, so I am expecting a death roller right about now, and we don't see one. Interesting. Okay, so he just goes for the bribe. Just like that. And what do we have? We've got 4 reroads, 1 too many in my taste, at least 1 too many. We've got a Troll Slayer with Tackle. That's not a, yeah, it's Tackle, Guard, Mighty Blow, and Tackle, Mighty Blow. We've got a Blitzer with Strip Ball, plus Movement and Tackle. We've got a Dodge, Nerves of Steel Runner, another Nerves of Steel Runner. 3 Guard Longbeards, 1 with Jump Up and Mighty Blow. This is fine, but he will get inducements. 250k to be exact. Oh, how many players did he have? 12. Okay, so 1 player on the bench like me. We both have his stadium bribe. I am... Oh, okay, so he goes that route. I can work with that, I think. It's... Instead of going for a wizard and possibly 2 babes or something like that, he is going for a mercenary death roller. That works. And he buys another bribe with some of his own money. 2 bribes and a death roller could work out pretty well in his favor. Depending on how the setup goes, he can keep him around for a long time. So for example, if I receive and score late, he's gonna leave him off the pitch at the end of the first half, and then just bring him in when he receives in the second half, so that he can keep him on for both halves with his 2 bribes. But we'll have to wait and see if he can make that work. Ideally, I'd like to injure 2 of his players, because in that case he cannot put the death roller out in reserves. Okay, I get to set up in defense. And yeah, that's basically it. So where's my dirty player? My dirty player is off the pitch right now. I think I'm okay with that. So I do, because of the way we are playing this now, I do have to give him somebody to hit. And I'm not a fan of any of this. So how do I set this up? Dwarves are slow. I think I'm not going to go for my usual safe setup. We are instead going to go for my other normal setup, basically, if you can call it that. I think you can. And probably should. So stand firm. We've got that one on this side right there. That's okay. We've got our guy back here. So we are going to give him Wasabi as well. Unfortunately, he's the one that can afford to get hit the most, basically. And this is the rest. Dwarves aren't that fast. He will be able... I could set up in a way that he wouldn't really be able to blitz me that well. But I think I'm okay with this aggressive setup. He cannot really follow up with a Frenzy Troll Slayer here. So that's fine by me. And let's see about this. So we've got the Blitzers here. We've got Awakening. Yeah, I feel like this should do okay. Okay, so... there we go. We can probably be happy with the opponent we got, though. I mean, Dwarves are pretty annoying to deal with, but this team It does have a decent amount of guard, but it doesn't have a lot of Mighty Blow yet. He has only 3 players with Mighty Blow or something like that. Both of his Troll Slayers plus... No, he has the Longbeard and maybe a Blitzer as well with Mighty Blow. Let me check. No, the Blitzer has a lot of other stuff. He does have Strip Ball, though, which I need to take into consideration when moving the ball, since a push could be good enough with this guy, and he also has plus movement on that particular Blitzer, which is pretty useful. Not sure I would have taken that as his first skill, though. Maybe. Okay, let's kick in the ball and see what we will get here. I'm hoping for a deep kick. Oh, good. Changing weather. I mean, nah, actually not good. Great. The rain would have hindered him more than me right now. But it's still okay. It's not a bad start, basically. So we should be able to do somewhat okay here. And what do we get? Yeah, he's setting himself up for his cage right now. Yeah, just pulling everything in a bit. Makes sense. Going for a bit of a wide screen here so that he can pick up and walk into the middle without me being able to just go through with this diagonal placement. If he keeps these 2 guys there, which I think he will. Oh, good. The Death Roller only pushes. That is nice. That's a good start. Death Roller also has Mighty Blow. Didn't see that, but it makes sense. Most of the big guys either have Claw or Mighty Blow as a starting skill. So it's not that surprising that he has one of the 2. I think literally all of them start with either or. But at least I can't think of one where that's not the case right now. You've got guys like the Yeti who don't start with Mighty Blow but start with Claw. But yeah, most of them start with one or the other. Let's see. Okay, Wasabi will go down. And he did follow up with a Death Roller. I was expecting that, even though I'm not a big fan. We could try to get away from the Death Roller. Good push. Nope. Yeah, well, makes sense that he takes the both down. He does get another one. But no, he can keep that at 2 dice. If he pushes... He gets 2 assists, one from this Longbeard, one from this one. Oh, why does he blitz with that guy? That made no sense whatsoever. Because he needs to frenzy and follow up. And now he's stuck in there? Oh, it does turn into a 1-die. Wait. Oh, I've got strength 4. But now we've got him in here, locked in. I don't really understand why he blitzed that. I'm not against it. But it does come with some issues for him. So he's gonna keep the ball, yeah, fairly far back, because otherwise I would be able to run in here. But we can put pressure on him. We are close enough that I can put, for example, what you're looking at up there. I think I'm okay with that, even though right now it's not a good trade for us. It's still okay. Maybe I should have not done it like that, but... And try to dodge with him later. That's what I'm getting at here. Let's bring in the cavalry. Cavalry. That's how you say that. So we do have this Troll Slayer here, who I would do nothing more but like to push. He has Stand Firm. I need to be aware of that. And be careful with that. So let's block here. We are using Awakening since he has Mighty Blow. And where do I want to push? Do I want to push this over out on this side? I think I like that. Mainly... Come on. Nope. Trollslayer does has ammo value 8, which is why I was considering that. Mainly since now we can do this and have these 2 guys. I mean, they have guard as well, but now I have double guard here. Which is kind of nice. I can't do much to this guy. That's just, there's no real way we can hurt him. I'm just trying to figure out if we can get a good blitz here. I think we can, but it does come with some risks. So I need my thrower You know, I'm going to put the thrower down here. It's unlikely that he's going to get blitzed, but it does help against this Longbeard blocking. And that also allows me to bring in Orkin here. Although I want to and simultaneously don't want to use him. Because I don't want to follow up. It'll just put me into the fangs of the Death Roller, so let's not do that. Let's play this differently. We are going to blitz from here with Orchids, because if I fail and only push him, we can push him to here and get another block. We don't, though. I mean, it's the only free spot for him to get pushed. Oh, come on, give me the injury. Nope, just a stun. Still more than okay, I feel like. And yeah, we are going to still play this safe and not move too much. So I'm going to go to here. I would go here, but if the Death Roll blocks him and follows up, he's in combat and I don't want that. So what do we want? 3. No. Wait, I'm... Yeah, it's okay that he didn't move. I'm fine with that. I didn't really know where to put him, and that's the issue. I was considering bringing him up here, but that would expose him. He doesn't really have the manpower to move around and knock him down, though. So that's okay. I brought him up here to be safe that he couldn't do much here. Yep, and that's what he's going for. So the Death Roller, once again, luckily only pushes. So that's nice. Oh, why did he roll Loner? He used a reroll to try and change the result. So he's... That's either a greedy reroll or a frustrated reroll. Because in a calm mood, you don't reroll this. It's not worth it. Especially with a Death Roller. So he wasted one of his rerolls. He also started this up. I didn't notice it last turn either. I usually do. He started things up with a Death Roller block, which can also speaks to his skill a bit, I feel like, since you don't want to do that. It's too risky, especially with Dwarves who have only safe options with blocking as their first blocks. They all have block. And the Death Roller is the only one that doesn't, so him going for the Death Roller block, even though he has a 3 dice, is a risky thing to do. So right now I feel like we should be able to do okay, but we'll have to see. Maybe I'm judging him a bit too prematurely. But we can also be happy that the Death Roller just gotten 2 pushes. Maybe things would look different if that wasn't the case. Oh, he gets a stun. Luckily only a stun. Good block on his behalf though, but it does lock him down quite a bit, as you can see. He can't cage up since I'm going in too hard into the melee. And he's just going into the middle where he can keep himself safe the most, but this is something we can dismantle as long as I get knockdowns. And in that case, we have 2 players here to go in there, but it looks like he is trying to change that. He should not dodge, though, especially not like this. This is a 4+ dodge. Okay, goes in there for the blitz. That's fine. It's only a 1 dice as well. And I'm gonna stand firm, even better. It makes attacking this guy very difficult and unlikely to work. But it's still not impossible. Which is nice. Oh, does he go for that dodge? I kind of want him to, because it's unlikely to work and he already used the reroll. It's the 50% dodges with the Agility 2 players. I really wouldn't mind him trying for that. He's running out of time. Let's see. No, he goes for the 2 dice against block, which is even better. So thank you very much for that. Okay, awesome. We are... This is a 1 die. Yeah, okay, makes sense. Okay, let's see about these first. This is a 1 dice. Nope. I'm gonna block this one first, because it allows me to reposition, assuming we get a knockdown, which we didn't. Which is a bit of a bummer. But, well, nothing we can do better. Now it doesn't really work that well any longer, what I had planned. But that's okay. Yeah, so I do need to knock him down first, unfortunately, which is kind of a bummer. Let's put him straight, sure, follow. Okay, so he doesn't have guard, which means I will still get my 1 dice chance here, but I do not have a tackle player to attack him with. Well, actually, I do, I think. It's still a bit problematic here, though. I once again would really like to hit this guy, but for that I would need to bring in somebody that I don't really want to. And if I push him, we screw ourselves. Since he has guard, I need to get to here and blitz, which is only a 1 dice to begin with. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, okay. So I'm gonna do this. We are bringing in Orkin, which is a bit dangerous, since if he blocks this way, we will be fairly stuck next to him. But then we have this block, and I do have Mighty Blow on Award Winner, which is nice, but it doesn't work out. Okay, I have to live with it and accept it. I'm gonna follow as well, unfortunately, with this. Can't do too much about that. And I'm still trying to figure out what to do. They do have sure hands, so strip ball does not help me. And I do need the tackle. So we can do this, which is a 1 dice. Not a good one, but just the 1 dice. I think what I want to do is... Oh, no. Well, not yet, at least. Okay, let's bring in a Wasabi back to here. I'm okay with that. And the strip ball to here. I don't really know where he wants to go right now. He's very stuck next to me. But we do need to blitz now. We're running out of time. Good, dodge worked. Okay, we do get the knockdown. That's important. I am going to follow, of course. Oh, ammo break. Into a stun. Where does the scatter go? Over here, so not in a good spot. I'm still gonna cover it, and I'm gonna dodge him as well. Oh, we made it. Even better. And bring him into here, and then I can move Orchid right there so that this guy is stuck there, even if the Death Roller blocks would have blocked him free. Yeah, I feel like this works so far. We've got 2 tackle zones on the ball. He can only remove 1 out of a normal block, and we do have a guard safety here, which makes these block a little bit worse for him. And these guys do not have guard, so this block, for example, is only a 1 die. I like this so far. It works out pretty well. Let's see, the Death Roller did get Award Winner. We were expecting that. He does start with a Death Roller block again, which might still cost him sooner or later. Though with the high strength of Death Roller, he can get a 3 dice against strength 3 players without an assist, and he just needs 2 assists against strength 4 players. So chances are he will in most cases will get... Okay, let's get the knockdown. Oh, he pushes me onto the ball, okay. He will get the 3 die, which makes it unlikely that it will screw him completely, but it's still a possibility. Come on. Okay, he hasn't caught it yet. Let's see where the scatter goes. If it lands somewhere here, it's bad. Okay, there it is. He rolled a 6 and caught the ball. But he is stuck there for now. The upside here is what we could try is... No, not with Orkin, though. Ah, yeah, crap. Okay. I would need Orchid here with Dauntless to really go in there. He does get a lot of good blocks right now. He managed to block this free enough that... Oh, Awakening is injured. That's not nice. Badly hurt, so nothing too major. We're still gonna miss him right now. Quite a bit. So this is far from where I would like to be. Okay, he doesn't... Oh, he does have tackle on that one. Bummer. Only pushes on the first one, though, which now means he cannot follow. Okay, yeah, we have fend on wasted. And it would have turned into a 1 die. The upside of this for him is that this guy... I cannot block him, I need to blitz him, because we could have blocked with wasted. Just standing up, or Kitchener would have allowed me to block him. Now that doesn't work any longer. And I put Orchid. In retrospect, Orchid is not in the best spot since I will not be able to get over there and really hit him. So who knows? Oh, he gets the one dice knocked down as well. That's a bit of a bummer. So player disadvantage by 1. And he suddenly is in a decent position. He's created a lot of room for himself. And these guys over here are out of position, which is never a good thing. But let's see what we can do about that. First of all, bringing Warrior over here allows me to use Orchid to a bigger advantage. So blitzing here will be a pain. This is a 1 die. Since this guy has guard, I can't get rid of that. I also can't bring a guard over there, which means we will stand him up. If I blitz from here, the guard will help, which means I do need to use wasted to blitz, since this guy doesn't have guard. And that way we can get a 2 dice blitz. But I'm not going to do that yet. We are going to start with this block. Good, nice start. Yeah, I'm gonna bring him up there and stay. I want to disconnect with Orchid again and free him up for our future stuff. Him I need to dodge at the end. I could try to just push him away, but that wouldn't do too much. Let's go with... Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one next. He's gonna get knocked down out of this, I feel like, but that's okay. We're gonna go away from this guy, so we can bring the guard into here, unfortunately, but still it locks down this guy. It brings us closer to where we need to be with these. And that's the important thing right now. So, no more dilly-dallying, we're just gonna blitz. The issue is the scatter will most likely be better for him than for me. Assuming I can even get it, which we can, nice. Yeah, sure, let's push him closer. It might push this over the edge and closer to us. And I am going to stay and not follow this. Oh, come on. Yes, okay, nice. This we can work with. He does have tackle, but I'm still going to dodge, or try to. We do. So next up would be a pickup. 4+ with a reroll. I'm still willing to try that. We didn't make it. Okay, bummer. Oh, come on. Okay, Scatter has 3 tackle zones from me, and just 1 from him. Not ideal, but okay. And we do have our safety back here so that we can react to him trying for a breakthrough. That I'm purposefully keeping, or on purpose, not purposefully. I'm not full of purpose. Well, I am, but in a different way. Maybe I shouldn't have gone for the pickup. Just covered the ball and gone there with Wasabi as well. To get tackle zones on there, but it's still okay. We're in turn 4 right now for him. And the ball is still in his own half. It's close, but it's in his own half. Oh, bummer. So we can't afford for this to happen. Chances are I'm going to lose more players than he is, just because it's Dwarves. They have thick skull. It's less likely for them to get knocked off the pitch. They end up stunned instead of KO'd. Which is a bummer. I can't be too mad if that happens with his Mighty Blow players. I still would have really liked for that not to happen. And that was the first time I think he didn't use his Death Roller first, by the way. Because he couldn't get the 3 die. He did free up Orkin though, which is kind of nice. Let's see. He is gonna create room for himself. Didn't follow up there though, interestingly enough. At least he can't get a good and easy block out of this. We can reconcile there and see what we can do. I might still be able to snag the ball away from him. He does have 4 tackle zones there right now, so it's rather unlikely, but well, we'll see what we can do. The 2-player disadvantage will start to play a role very, very soon, though, and I do not cherish that. So now this is a 2 die? No, it's still a 1 die. Yeah. Can't get rid of wasted. Which is why I didn't understand why he didn't follow here. If he had followed there, he would no longer give an assist. Oh, goes for the push. So now I have only one tackle zone on the ball, and he still has this runner here, able to move around. He could try to dodge and pick up the ball out of one tackle zone. He's playing it fairly risky still in some areas. Oh boy. It's working for him, but I just hope it won't stay that way. The dodge worked, and he doesn't make the pickup. Perfect. Come on, let's see. Go over here. No, the scatters are better for him at all times, unfortunately. So this is a bummer. Okay, so this guy can move one space, and as much as it hurts, that space needs to be next to the death roller, which will give me no one dice yet. I need this to be at least a push. I would have liked for this to be more than a push, just to make that, to be sure about that. It just didn't work out. So he has guard. If I blitz instead of block, but I think we need to try like this. Yeah, okay, he goes down. I'm gonna stay. Let's see where the ball ends up. In the spot I just freed up, so that's no good. But at least it gives me tackle zones on the ball again, which is kind of nice. But I can still move that around if I'm willing to take some risks. I'm really not, but I might not have a choice. But let's do our other blocks first, which will turn out more important here. Let's see, we can get all of this set up. Still not quite what I wouldn't do for a wizard right about now. So he's in a completely block shape here. We haven't completely locked in there. And now comes the point where I have to say, screw it. Okay, so now this block here will lead to a chain push, since there's a guy there. And said chain push will allow me to push a player onto the ball and try to get it over here again. I am going to follow, and I'm putting myself more and more into the death roller's grasps. I do not like that. Nope, I'm not gonna reroll that. The scatter is always somewhere where I can't quite get it out. That annoys me to no end. So what we could try is... No, that does not work, unfortunately. I could try to knock down the death roller. It's 3, 4, 5, 6. With him would be 7, but that would make it only a 1 die. So not good enough. Instead, we are going to blitz this guard guy away. Not quite as efficiently as I had hoped, but that's okay. And we're gonna stay, and I'm gonna put myself behind the ball. And now I'm giving up on my defense here. I'm putting as many tackle zones on the ball as I can. Let's see what he makes of this. It's a big melee. There's the guard, the strength, all that stuff. Every chain push will be important now, and let's just see what he can do. At least the good thing about him being so blocky, for example, if he wants to move this guy, he can't. He would have to dodge here, so he needs to move this runner first so that he can free him up. He can't bring him down here, since there's a guy there. Well, that's the guard guy that can only move one space. I assume he's just going to go down there, back down in there anyways. But yeah, he is moving stuff around. He's putting himself next to my killer, which is interesting. I couldn't really use him so far, but that's okay. He might be able to get a blitz here, so he's gonna block him, probably like this, and then he's gonna go for a blitz, something like that. Let's see. Now he's starting to make the better choices. Is he pushing me onto the ball? Let's see how adventurous he is. Okay, takes the safer approach, doesn't want to risk the scatter. But he's playing a safer game now. He's not using the death roller as his first action any longer, which I agree with. It's a good thing for him that he doesn't do that any longer. It's bad for us, of course, because the inherent risk is no longer there. But at least the Death Roller is only pushing. So we could... I still feel like we have a chance to prevent him from scoring here. But we're still missing 2 players while he has all of his 11. And that does come with some issues. Oh, he rolled a 1 on the GFI. Good. So he's down to 2 rerolls. And that doesn't move the player. Perfect. Okay. Good, good, good. So this guy will block. Because now he has a 2-die there. Yep. He does get the knockdown, unfortunately. Will not be able to follow, thanks to Fend at least. And I will have 2 tackle zones left on the ball. But he, right now... Oh, risky play. Could have paid off. He has 4 tackle zones on there right now, which is not good by any means. And I'm not sure I have a way of removing more than 2. Which clearly isn't enough. Okay, but if he's pulling him away, that makes that 3 tackle zones. So if I can remove 2, that might turn out to be enough. Oh, a skull, and he already rerolled, so that's a turnover. Ooh, that's nice. Okay. What do we do with this? I guess we start with this side here and just hope for not horrible rolls, because I'm making my way over there with these guys. And if I can just get 1 lucky injury in somewhere, that would be just lovely. Yeah, let's put him up to there and follow. Come on. Nope, still nothing. So he just needs to stand up, I think. And I'm so tempted to go for the runner here, as you might expect. But this is just the smarter choice. I don't know what to do here. Okay, we've got these. This one I can do, I feel like. We're just stuck next to that stupid thing. Yep, okay, works. So let's follow up there. This is a solid line, just because they're all strength 4, which is pretty helpful. I'm still trying to figure out how to approach this, because he can't really move that far. So even if I get the ball, I won't be able to run away with it, so I would have to hand it off. Which will not come cheap or easy. But we probably want to go in like this, don't we? Oh, I can clear it up completely. I think I see a path. Okay, let's try. We're going to push him up there. I'm going to screw it. No, I'm going to stay next to the runner. Yes, so next up is this blitz. Because with a chain push out of this, of course I don't get the result that I need. But it's still okay, because I can push his runner next to my strength 4 player, which is highly valuable. But it does, since I didn't knock this guy down, he keeps a tackle zone there, unfortunately. Which is a bummer. So I will go in here after all with award winner. And next up is the question, do I want to try and pick up the ball again? The issue is, I would love to be here and then do a handoff on Orchid. But that doesn't work. I would need to put Orchid here, and then the Death Roller could block himself in there. So instead, I'm gonna put Orchid next to this guy. Yeah, and then I'm gonna go pick up the ball. It's 1 tackle zone with sure hands, that's doable. And we did, and I'm gonna try and dodge out. Nope, I failed the GFI, I think. Yep, otherwise he would not fall down like this. So I rolled a 1. I'm gonna reroll it, put myself down to 1 reroll. It's a risky play. And I rolled a 1 on the dodge. Okay. So that's a bummer. But at least the ball is actually not in a good position. It's an okay position, let's say it like that. But he can get the ball free now and get to it. He has 3 players here that can block this guy right now. Is that a 2-die? Yeah, that's already a 2-die. So it's fairly likely. And then he can try to run down here, but he doesn't have a lot of players to move with, so that still should be okay. I shouldn't have tried to run away, but he had... Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. He would have blocked me, or maybe blitzed me. Oh, he goes for the death roller block. Okay, he takes the riskier approach, and he follows it up and screws himself over. So for one, now Wasabi is free and would be able to react. Also, he needs to run past Orkin, which he can't. If he hadn't followed, there would have been a path to go to the ball. So he could have dodged this runner, for example, and made it to there, but now he can't. And he needs to make forward progress this turn or he won't score. So I still have a chance to score here, but his chances have dropped significantly now that he played it like this. I still don't think I will score, but we are keeping him at bay. Oh, another 1-die. That doesn't do anything, luckily. I'm down to 1 reroll, though. He still has 2, which makes him a bit safer than me, but that's okay, I feel like. Whew, all of this with the player disadvantage. Oh, boy. He also has the death roller next to the ball now, which is going to be annoying. Oh, just a push. Good. And it's a 1-die, so I think what is he doing? Is he going to put him down here or there? No, okay, he's given up on scoring himself. I think he realized that he can't do it any longer. So what he did instead is just try to keep me from being able to. Because now he needs to run 13 spaces, and Dwarves are just not fast enough. He doesn't have a player in range that would be able to get close enough to do something meaningful there. So I'm gonna now use my time to try and kill a runner. Okay, didn't work out. I could have disconnected him, but I think I'm okay with this. Yeah, we're gonna try and surf him next turn. I'm okay with that. Possibly could have surfed him this turn already as well, but oh well. So, start with this one. Oh, I might actually be doing him a favor there, so let's not push him. That's the fast guy, and we don't want the fast guy to be able to do something now, do we? Yes, push up there, push over there, follow. Go all in with the guard. Now this is not a good block since he has 2 assists there, unfortunately. Which is kind of a bummer, but we will adjust and manage. So this guy is in here. Okay, let's do this. Knock him down, push him over to here and follow. Even a KO would be nice, but he has enough reserve players there. But depending on who the KO would land upon, could be nice. Wow, he really can't do anything there, can he? That's kind of a bummer. So I'm gonna block like this. And remember, I still have a chance to score this, so I don't even need to pick up the ball this turn. This is going to put me next to the death roller, unfortunately, which he can then use in the next turn to put himself in a better position. But, ah, well. No, do I want to maybe push him next to... No, I'm going to push him up there. That's okay. Come on. Yes, got an injury. Perfect. And that puts Wasabi just 1 injury away from leveling up, actually. So he's at 29 out of 31. I'm down to 1 reroll. I don't really want to block these. I'm kind of tempted to block this one, just to push him away. You know what? It's a 1 in 6 chance. Let's go for it. Okay, good enough. Let's push him down here next to this orc that he can't get away from. And can't block since I'm strength 4, and that's fine. So we've successfully stopped him from scoring. That's not going to happen. And I could still damage his team. We have a surf set up here. These guys are both close enough that they could score in turn 8, since I still have 2 turns left. Ideally, we'd like Orchid to score, but he needs to block here. So that's not really a good thing. Yep, you can't just walk back in here. I feel like positioning really helped me in this match. Yeah, I like this. So, let's see. What do we have? Or what does he have? Not a whole lot. I'm surprised at how well I was able to keep up, even though I was 2 players down. The team value difference does help quite a bit. The Death Roller is a big pain. A big pain. The issue is, now that he's not going to score, this is going to end with my turn 8, so there will not be a turn 8 setup. That means he only needs to use the 1 bribe to keep the Death Roller on the pitch for now, and then he can use the Death Roller on my offense again. Which means I'll have to face him for most of the match, if not all of the match. Yeah, that's pretty much the problem there. So he can use the bribe. I still have my bribe as well. I should not forget about that. And once I bring my dirty player on the pitch, we will definitely start fouling something. If I get the chance, but it's still Dwarves, so it's not that likely. Wow, he made that dodge work. Well, it's okay. Fails the Dauntless, so it turns into a 1-die. Now he needs to push. And I will not use Stand Firm. I'm okay with that. It frees up this runner, unfortunately, but that's not good enough. Yeah, there we go. Well, maybe I shouldn't have let myself get pushed, but the chances were I was going to get knocked down anyways. And then the runner would have been free regardless. So now if he had failed the Dauntless again, it would have been another 1-die. Yeah, well, it would have been there as well. That was nonsense logic. Oh, wow. Another one? There he rerolls. Okay, so he does get the knockdown. He has tackle. Bummer. Okay, let's see. This is still fine. What we need is for this lineman to come back. Otherwise, I will go into the second half with 11 players. With 10 players, I wanted to say. Bum. But, let's see. If I were him, I would try to dodge this runner. To keep him from being served. Yep. There we go. You should dodge to here, though. Why would he dodge like this? He should have dodged to here. Okay, so he's just putting himself over in the general direction, trying to keep me from scoring. Okay, good move. He's gonna follow there as well. Oh, okay, just a stun, but still, no, he doesn't follow. Thank you so much for not following. That's lovely. So all of this is bad for me now, though. And it's the ideal scenario for him to not have to do anything. Because if I had blitzed here, we could have chain pushed myself onto the ball. And that would have allowed me to do something here, maybe. But with this now being a 1-die, since he is stunned and can't stand back up, it becomes more difficult. But I want to see if I can go for the score. But for that, I do need players free. I think we just have to go for... yeah, for this. So let's blitz with Orkin. He's our best bet. I'm blitzing from there so they can push him up there and get another block in case we only push. If I had blitzed from here, I could have been able to push him to there, but that wouldn't have been good enough. So we'll do this. Followed by that. Which, because it's stupid, doesn't work out. But this will. But it's a 1-die right now, so I need to change that. So now we need to stand him up first. And all I need here is a push, but I would like for more, of course. There we go. Because we can remove that tackle zone, so now this is no longer an issue. I do have to push him to here, though. And then I skull. Wow. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to score this, I believe. It's rather unlikely. Yeah, it's basically impossible. So I'm still going to go up there and try again next turn. I could have pushed him up there and go for another block there, but just not a good call. Okay, still can't keep the ball, apparently. And now I've put myself next to the Death Roller again. Death Roller doesn't have tackle, so I thought if I pick up the ball, I still have my dodge reroll to dodge out again and have the ball at least. But now, yeah, not a good turn. The dice weren't kind to me there. Didn't get the knockdown with the tackle, followed by a second block with no knockdown, all that stuff. And he had a decent turn at least. In his turn 7, so didn't quite work out. Let's see. What else do we have? Still at 9 players, so all I need is DKO to come back. With going on offense with 10 players is not impossible, but I'd like to avoid it, if at all possible. At least we got rid of one of his best players. It's the skill Longbeard, which is quite nice. It's at least one guard and Mighty Blow player less on the pitch. He does need to blitz back here to be completely safe. I mean, it's extremely unlikely that this is going to work for me, but it's not impossible, and I'm gonna focus all of my efforts on making the score work. And this is not a touchdown, or no, this is not a knockdown since I have dodge. He's not pushing me on the ball. Correct call from him. Just freeing him up and getting this to work is gonna be a nightmare, but not impossible. So how this needs to go basically is he needs to block him. That makes this a 2-die that I can use afterwards, which he can blitz here, and then I can free this up and go up there. But now he's going to blitz up there, and if he gets the knockdown, it's still not impossible, just even less likely. There comes the blitz. Doesn't get a knockdown, so I still need to dodge. He doesn't reroll it either, which is a bit of a weird choice considering it's probably the last thing he can really do. Don't want to dodge like this, buddy. I want to dodge like that. And still the pickup would be bad. I can see why he wants to do that, but I probably would have rerolled. Oh, he's fouling. If that costs him a reroll, that would be nice. A bribe, that would be nice. He KOs us. Oh, good use of his bribe. And no double. Ah, and just one assist. That was a risky and unlikely foul. Holy. That's no good. We can't afford to keep him out there. Yeah, well, that doesn't do much. I need to dodge anyways before I throw a ball there. Why is he dodging like this? I mean, it's his choice, but why? 5+ when he could have had it so better. Sure. Oh boy. So, still unlikely that it's going to work, but what he just did do is give me access to both of his runners. Oh, come on. But the game's just screwing with me because I'm getting the worst combination of dice that I could. Well, double skulls would be obviously the worst. We still prevented him from scoring, which is nice, but it's just not quite what I need it to be. So let's get myself the assist here. Thank you. But I just need to get rid of the guard player, and if I can't now with this, it's gonna screw me, and there's the double skull. So the game's just screwing with me. It's kind of a bummer. So I would have needed to get away that guard away so that I could do at least a 1-die in that case back there. Let's see. Come on, please. Both of them stay out. So I'm going into the second half with 10 players. Yep, now he needs to use a bribe to keep the death roller. If you would be so kindly. Would you kindly? That's the phrase. Still haven't played that game. Oh, he's just letting the animations run, which is why it's always the same. I skip the animations. For the most part, they let them running, and so he still has his countdown. Okay, accepted the bribe. Unfortunately, he did not roll a 1, but now he gets to set up. Still, I'm not a 10 players, I'm at 9 players. I have a 2-player disadvantage on offense versus Dwarves. Doable, but not easy. He still has a bribe, I still have a bribe. He still has his death roller as well, which is less fine. So what do we do here? I really don't know yet. Yeah. Is he really gonna stay like that? Okay, I was worried. I would have served the player. Probably could have been bad. But I would have tried at least and accepted a turnover. But he's going for a fairly standard setup. That works pretty well against slower teams. I'd like to use that setup myself from time to time, so it's not a bad thing here. But we're okay with this. We can work with that. And he's giving me access to Alma value 8 players, which is nice. Which he shouldn't do. Wait. Oh, okay. Yeah, but none of this is really to my liking. It's not a good start. I feel like I should be in a better position than I am, and the game's just not letting me have that. So what? Okay, yeah. Okay, this works. Him and him. The way he's set up, he knows I don't want to be next to the death roller. So just doing that, what he did over there, makes it so that I won't go next to the death roller and not follow him up as well. Which is pretty annoying. Nope, not like this. There and there. Okay, so we can block these two, and then I'm probably gonna blitz this Troll Slayer. Yep. I could go for one of the Longbears, but the Troll Slayers are just more valuable to hit. I won't really get to fouling, but we can't do much about that. Or do I want to get to fouling? I think we might, so in that case... You know what, let's switch our setup a bit. I'm gonna... In case of a blitz, we need to close down the middle. And... yes. Okay, let's put him there as well. And then we only have him on this side, which could end not so good, but it's still possibly close enough. So if I blitz from here, we can put him there. If I get 2 assists first, blitz from here, knock him down. Nah, that doesn't change. Well, let's keep it like this. It looks weird, but hopefully it will work out. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure if fouling is the right course of action there. Maybe, but it could be pretty risky. Wow, ball's gonna land all the way over there, is it? Okay, let's assume that it's gonna be a touchback. There's a 3 in 8 chance that it's going to be a touchback. Oh, we may move. That's actually nice. I don't want to put myself onto the ball there. That's for sure. So instead... okay, just not quite enough. I think I'm going to leave these and not put them forward. He's going to go forward though. Sure, let's bring him up. And these two as well, of course. And let's see if we get a touchback or not. The rest I'm probably going to leave like that. We do not get a touchback, and I do catch the ball right away, which is nice since Fork has the ball. And he is an okay player to have the ball on. So we're going to go back here first. I can live with that. So let's bring these up. This block is more important. Just pushes. This is the issue now that we have. That these are probably not going to end too well. Okay, we get 1 knockdown, which is nice. Come on, give me something. Nope. But now we have a different layer to consider here as well, which is a bit of a bummer. But let's see if we can work with that layer or not. So if I were to blitz, push him here and then follow. Yeah, okay, let's do that. We get the knockdown, push him over there and follow. Come on. Okay, nothing, so I will not pile on. So I'm going the aggressive route, which I'm not sure is the right call, but I hope is the right call. Oh, I should have pulled him back to here. Because I want to foul, ideally, which would be this. But if he blitzes him... No, if I put him here, that should still be good enough. Yeah, I think so. Okay, let's try. It's a bit riskier, but I'm willing to make to take that risk. Come on. Okay, nothing, but at least the bribe is not gone either. And he's in a good position to keep assisting against that troll slayer. But yeah, he's not gonna block with him. Okay. So we've got these two back here. He's gonna readjust to try and move over here, but I'm going this aggressive to just try and keep pressure up. And dwarves are slow, so at least these players here won't do too much. And the way we're standing, I could still switch sides, possibly, if I really want to. It's not that easy because it would mean a throw or a handoff to really switch sides, because I could try to get the ball on Wasabi and run him down this way. But he's also not committing completely over to this side and giving me a room to work with there because of that. But it also means I can't switch sides that easily, and we'll have to wait and see where the Death Roller ends up. If he ends up blitzing with the Death Roller or not, we don't really know where he's going to go with those yet. So I do have guard here. Looks like he wants to blitz down in here. Going for Orcan, stopping me in my tracks there. Good move. Yeah, his defense is solid so far. That's a bummer. Okay, he's not going into blitz. Interesting. Who's he blitzing with instead? Is he going to go for a Death Roller blitz? Yeah, he's going to blitz with a Death Roller, and in that case, probably a Ward winner. There we are. Okay, let's see what he does with that. Gets the POW, unfortunately. Okay. Oh, no. Yeah, okay, I see what he's going for. I might have made mistakes. Good, just a push. Let's see how he chain pushes this. Either to here or to there. Either way, I've just put myself into a position to get served sooner or later. So this is... Nope, he's pushing me next to the Death Roller. Not sure if that was his own choice or not. He now needs to decide if he wants to use Stand Firm or not. Yeah, there we go. But this is... I've made mistakes there. That's not good. That's actually kind of horrible. Wow, okay. How... I mean, the issue is I have a 2-player disadvantage on offense against dwarfs. That's not good, and in any case. And that explains why I'm having such issues here right now, I think. Well, I don't really have issues yet, but I'm questioning my chances of making a decent offense work, and that's because I have less players than he does. Holy... That's pretty bad. So I still need to target the runners here, I feel like, but I just keep getting pushes. Why? And none of these are good blocks. God damn it. I screwed this up so much. I hate this so much right now. It's not good. What did I do there? Why did I do that? I really don't quite understand. Let's not keep being next to him there. You know what? Let's create a diversion. I'm not happy with how this is going by any means, but I don't really know how to approach that situation right now. It's not good. Yeah, I've screwed this up royally for myself. Completely screwed up. Oh no, I can't. Can I? Hopefully. Hopefully I can. So we'll go down there. So now this guy could potentially reach me. So we need to try and change that. Which means dodging. Okay, thank you. First dodge works. So I'm gonna try and dodge away out of this bad position that I've put myself in. Okay, good. So now only 2 players are in danger of getting surfed, and this guy is in a scoring position, which is why I put him there. So it's where he wants to go, but I'm trying to create just room for myself over here that he's not going to fill, because he wants to knock him down, probably, ideally. We don't know. Let's see what he does with this. I did not open this up very well. I probably shouldn't have followed with Orkin here on the first block and trying to get that knockdown. Yep, he's gonna serve me. Nope, he doesn't. He doesn't get to. We got lucky there. Okay, so the good thing about this is he's used his reroll up to not his reroll, his blitz up to try and serve me. So he can't attack the ball this turn, and now I have 6 players here, 7 players here, all but these 2 that are focused around the ball right now. Including the ball carrier, of course. But that's nice. The Death Roller will probably just try to serve this guy sooner or later, so I'm gonna try and dodge him, even though it's gonna fail. Well, it's a 50% chance to work, so I'm trying to disconnect from the Death Roller there. I'm not gonna run away, but it's gonna keep me from getting surfed. Or I'm just gonna get knocked down, in which case he's either going to abandon me or keep the Death Roller there to annoy me, and I'm still okay with that trade. I think the Death Roller is worth more than my Black Orc, and not having to deal with that guy could be good. I really don't know. And the Death Roller has been solid for him so far. He hasn't screwed up in any of his blocks, so no turnover out of that. I don't know. Dwarves are just so solid. So damn solid. The one injury is... we can be happy about that, I guess. I would have liked at least 1 or 2 KOs. We need to get a KO somehow, somewhere here, or he's just gonna run away with it. It's not gonna work out well in our favor if it keeps going like this. He just has more players available, and I don't know. It might end in a 0-0 here. I'm gonna try and play this, but I really don't know how to approach this right now. I can't outrun him. He's not fast, but I'm not fast either. I'm just a bit faster, but not enough. And I'm too far back. I would need to get up a cage somewhere in his own half to get that set up, and that's just not gonna happen. So I could try to double down on that direction. Or I could try to go back on this side, but I would not be able to go very far, so I think I should try and use the room that I've been given, basically. No, okay, that doesn't quite work out, so we're gonna put you to here. Issue is these blocks, because I want him up there so that I can get a guard assist to block with. But I just don't have the capabilities. Yeah, okay, I see what I need to do. It's not what I like, but it's apparently the only way to get this to work. So we need this blitz, which will allow me to bring that in. Let's bring... these guys both have dodge, which is pretty nice. I can't go out there completely. Or at least I shouldn't. You know what? Yeah, we need him right here. I don't like this, but I'm gonna GFI. And it's risky to do that as well, because I'm leaving my ball carrier unprotected in this. Knock him down. Okay, yeah, that needs to be good enough. So I'm gonna go to here. I don't want to risk another one. Next up is this block. Not ideal. I would like to block here, but for one he has dodge, and if I follow up, it's going to turn into a 1-die. This stays as a 2-die, since I can push him to here. But it does give this guy an easier dodge around here to blitz me. Which is why I do not really like that, but I still need to do it. Okay, come on, come on. Ah, just a stun. Still good. It's taking one player out of the equation for a turn. And then I'm going to dodge you. Oh, it actually works. Okay, perfect. Which means we're also going to try and dodge him. And I'm going to dodge him as far as I can go. I just need to be away from... no, I'm not going to reroll that. I'm going to need to be away from the sideline. So now he can't serve me if I just stand him up. At least not that easily. Okay, yeah, I feel like we've regained a decent amount of control here. The Death Roller is completely out of position. This guy won't do much. He could get in, but he needs to double back around to keep me from going this direction. So this feels okay right now, and I could still switch sides. Because the further I get to his end zone, the more he needs to double down on protecting or creating the screen to keep me from going through. And that could allow me to maybe use Orchid in a turn or two to bring him over here, do a handoff, and then run him over this way where he won't be then. But I don't think it's going to be that easy. He's going to leave a player here to keep Orchid locked down. He's going to move the Death Roller to... If I were him, I'd probably bring the Death Roller in here, because that would then take care of 2 of my players, and it's unlikely that I would block them. I don't know. Let's see what he does. But he can't block us a lot this turn, which is nice. That's what we're hoping for. Because if he doesn't bring the Death Roller into here, I could bring the Black Orc up to there. We could blitz him. But he is keeping it safe. He's playing a smart game. I've underestimated him. I put too much emphasis on his prioritization of the Death Roller in the first few turns. He's been playing a solid game. I can't deny that. And he did what I feared he would do, which I didn't like. But he's going for the screening here. It's the perfect way of keeping me from switching sides. It's just not worth it, since I will not be able to be safe. So I need to keep going in the direction that I'm going right now. I'm okay with that as well, but it's not ideal. Ah, crap. Okay, so he's... What is he doing with that runner? He's going to move him after the blitz. No. Crap. Okay. I needed this to work to really... Oh, come on. To really... To block here and create some space for myself. He's doing too much good stuff. Nah, it's not good for me. This is only a 1-die, since there's players there. This is where the player disadvantage comes in quite significantly. So I need to start things off with a GFI, I feel like, which is never a good thing, especially if I fail it right away. But I need my guard over there, and he's the only player that I can use. Oh, good. Thank you. No one. Wait, what? Okay. Next up is this blitz. Leaves ourselves exposed again. And I only push... This is where a lot of the issues will start, because now he can... I can't even follow there to try and keep from getting served. I don't like this one bit. I don't like that one bit either. Yeah, I'm not confident in scoring this right now. I do not want that, but I need to. Oh, God. Okay, but I can just block like this instead. It's a bit safer. Let's push him away and stay. No armor break. I'm considering if I maybe want to try and block here. He would still be on the ground. I can't really get to fouling. We still need to move. Do I maybe just want to go aggressive? But no, he's going to bring these guys in. So that won't really help. Let's go to here. Yes. One further maybe? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm going to go one further. I'm going to risk it. I want to be in scoring range. Okay, next up I should dodge this, or just try to dodge this. Probably, instead of blocking here. Yeah. Let's do that. Okay, made it. Wow. Okay, thank you so much. Next up is this dodge. It's more important and easier than the 2+ dodge that I'm about to do down here. I might as well try to block. Shouldn't I? No, or do I maybe just want to stay down here and see what the Death Roller, if he maybe ends up screwing up at some point? Because otherwise he can just bring him up there. Yeah, it's the... I shouldn't push my luck here. We have Orchid standing back up. I need to double down on this. The way he set this up, it's good. Because I'm not fast enough to outrun his defense here. He knocked down. He got the stun there, which was helpful. All of that just made it very difficult for me to get this to work. This could still end up biting him a bit, but he has the players to spare. He has 2 more players on the pitch than I do, and that allows him to keep these back here without having to play with less players. He does still do that, since the Death Roller is down here as well, and this guy was there, but I mean, I do have these players here as well, so it still evens out. I'm talking nonsense there. Trying to come up with reasons, and I'm failing. So I don't quite know where this went wrong, or if it's even something I did in this case that screwed this up. I think maybe I did a wrong thing with the Blitz here, and that I should have maybe tried to just create a bit of room and not commit as much as I did. I went for an aggressive approach, which I think might have been the mistake that I've made. But I'm not sure if that's that can be said to be the sole reason I'm in as much trouble as I am right now. We're still making progress. I still have the ball, so I'm not overly dramatic, but I'm of course overstating a bit in this case, because we are in trouble, but we still have the ball. We're still somewhat safe. I have an okay amount of control, but that could change very quickly. Okay, I do have dodge, so he can only push me there. But I hope you understand what I mean here. I'm not trying to say that everything's bad. I'm just saying we're in a difficult we're in a difficult position, and it's not going to be easy to get out of that, because now he's boxing me in here. In a good way for him. And that's never good for me. So I am in scoring range, and I have to be honest, I'm considering trying to make both GFIs to score. And then he does stuff like this as well, which, for what I have planned, doesn't matter too much, but in the overall scheme of things is pretty horrible. Okay, is he following that up? He's not. That's actually helpful. Okay, stand up, please. But we do have these players here that can still do stuff. I can force this touchdown. I can try to force this touchdown. Thank you. The POW there. So good. Because he has dodge. So that was a needed POW. I still do not like this, and it will get me served if I do not make the score work. And I do want to be careful about this, because yeah, now I am setting up to score. So yeah, let's bring Him to here. And now I'm going to try and score this. Let's see what the first GFI does. Okay, we make it. Second one. Make it as well. Okay, so we forced the touchdown. And we're in the lead, which now puts pressure on him. It does give him more than enough time to do stuff with. But it also gives me another chance to get players back, which hopefully will happen. Nope, they're still both knocked out. This is what I mean. I feel... Oh, yeah. Oh. Come on. Be nice to me, game. Roll a 1 on the bribe. Please. Pretty please? Nope, accepted the bribe. So the Death Roller stays around for the entire match because that's what needs to happen. So my main gripe with all of this still is that it's just I have 2 players less on the pitch than he does right now, and there's just no way that we can keep up what I've been doing here with these. So yeah, I'm gonna set up like this. It leaves the sides open to him, but it allows me to react to some stuff, as well as hide behind a wall of strength 4 players. I am set up a bit aggressive. Maybe I should have put them back 1 space further. This is just bad. I can live with them failing 1 touchdown, 1 KO roll, but they failed 2 in a row, both of them, which is statistically unlikely. Let's say it like that. It's actually I'm not blaming the dice. Well, I am actually blaming the dice there because no, I'm blaming the statistic. Statistically speaking, both of them should have been back because there's a 50% chance per roll without a babe that they come back, and they failed both of them. So statistically, it's unlikely. Both of them should be back now, but woulda, shoulda, coulda. It doesn't change the fact that we're still down 2 players and that I now have to protect against him 4 turns with 2 players down again. And that's not going to be easy. So we've managed to make it work once. He sets up a bit lopsided there now. I don't quite see why, but that's okay. High kick is never a good thing, and the kick up front there is also not good. We would have needed one back there or back there. Not that extreme, just in this general vicinity, but this far up front, it's not good. He makes the smart decision, uses his dodge guy. Doesn't catch it, at least. The good thing about that is that it's harder for me to knock him down. And I'm pretty sure he realizes that. He's setting up a cage now first. This is going to be difficult. He needs to make a lot of forward progress. Once again, dwarves are slow. The runners are movement 6, so it's okay. He can make this work. But he needs to move almost all of his movement every turn to still be able to score. So I'm still pretty proud of myself that we are in the lead with 2 players down on offense. And it took me 5 turns to score, so not bad. It's still more than enough time for him to do stuff with, but we'll see. And it's not impossible for him to fail a pickup as well. And at least he's using up a lot of blocks right now. Let's see. Gets the knockdown. If I lose any more players, it's gonna start to get critical, I feel like. We're already in a bit of an uphill battle. Well, something that I haven't pointed out yet, and that I feel like I need to or should, is the team value difference. The fact that I'm still in this is probably because my team is better developed than his. It's just, that's what allowing me to stick around here. The Death Roller did a lot of good for him. And with the 2 bribes, he's managed to keep him around for long, which is usually a big issue for the Death Roller. Yep, there we go. So now I'm down to 8 players. With 3 players down, it becomes even more difficult. I didn't get to use my killer that much. I couldn't foul or anything. He's playing a solid game. He knows what he's doing. It's Dwarves. I got the pickup. But it's just, yeah. He's in a huge cage now, and all I can do is try to screen him and keep him from scoring. The issue just is I don't have enough players to get a good screen going. It's not possible. I can't do much to him. And that's a big issue. So there is a decent chance that he's going to be able to score this. And I do not like that, but there's not much I can do. So I'm going to do the only blitz I really can do right now that's going to do something decent, because I need to see where he goes first, and for that I need to have my screen. And so that's what we're setting up right now. So I have the 2 spacing in the middle, which is just annoyingly bad right now, since he can just walk on the sides, but he's slow, like me. So this could still work, and I'm just pulling players back to try and react. Let's see if we can get the dodges. First one works. Second one, let's see about that. Also works. Okay, my dodges have been solid. That's what we can definitely say about this. My dodges have been solid, and we can be happy about that. I'm not sure if that was the right place to put him. And now, what I've done is disconnect completely. I can't win a fight right now, a melee. He cannot bash me with the player advantage that he has. Even though I do have guard and strength 4 players, I think he's in a better spot. I might be wrong about that, but I think so. But this is just generally the safer approach. I do have 3 players back here that in all likelihood he will not be able to touch. So I can react with them. One of them is the strip baller, which doesn't help me too much in hindsight since he has sure hands. So I should try to keep Orkin back since he has tackle. He's the better choice there. But still, you see what I'm trying to go for here. He can't walk through the middle, and even if he blitzes, he won't go through the middle, so he needs to switch to one side. And he's slower, or he's fairly slow with the players that he needs to protect himself with, so at some point he will have to abandon them. And right now I can... he will go this way, and right now I can bring players around here that he will not be able to stop. I think what he's going to do is blitz Warrior and try to get players next to this. If that works, it's good for him. It's really good, actually. But he would have needed to blitz with that Troll Slayer. Maybe? 1 blitz, 2, 3. Ah, well. Yep, he's gonna blitz with Death Row. Is this the point where the Death Row will finally abandon him? Nope. Still gets a push. If he had gotten another... He re-rolls it. He re-rolls it. The push would have been good enough, and now I'm down to 7 players. Yeah, we're approaching a point where I will not be able to stand against him any longer. He's going in completely with his players there. The only thing still is he has 2 turns left, and now he is exactly 12 spaces away with this setup. If only he had only pushed him, then at least I could have gotten blocks here. He is in a position that could allow him to score this. Oh, all of these are horrible. This is a 1 die. If I make it, I can attack the ball carrier directly. But it's just not likely. Also, I would need a knockdown, and I'm down to 2 rerolls. It's the last 2 turns, though. This guy's also close. It's just likely that this is going to end in... Nope. That this is just going to end in a tie. But you never know. This could work. I don't really think it will, but it could. So, you know what? I'm not gonna do the stupid thing and try that 1 dice block, get the knockdown. I'm just putting myself next to him now with this. Oh, come on. Oh, we got an injury on the wrong player and a little too late, but it does still help. And I probably used the apple in this case. It's very late in the game. It's unlikely that I'm going to do much more to his team. And the minus movement is annoying. He already has a skill. I'd use it. He does as well. Okay, no casualty. Good. So now this is a 2-die as well, which is good. Yeah, this plan, if you want to call it like that, is shaping up better than expected. Wow, okay. What's up with that? It's suddenly we're getting what we need. Whew, so he's down to 9 and I'm at 7. So this is actually working fairly okay, and I'm suddenly thinking maybe I should not do this aggressive blitz. And instead we are going... Oh, he's just going to move through the middle if I do this, though. But we need to remove his scoring options, and this runner is another good scoring option right now. Bring him up there. Stay. Yeah, the injuries came in too late, but this is still good. And I was considering bringing him in for assists, but now I'm going to pull him back so that I can react. I'm going to pull him all the way back so that he can't bind him. And I'm going to try to dodge here. I still have my reroll for this turn. I'm down to 2 rerolls with 2 turns left, so I will use it, of course. We make it. So now the question is, do I stand in the way so that he's forced to blitz? Or do I give myself an assist here to make this a 2-die? I think I'm just going to stand in the way like this. He's going to go into this direction, but he needs to block there first. I would so love to block one of these guys. You know what? Let's be dumb. Let's make the 1-dice block. It's just a push, but a push is good enough. It still makes this more difficult for him to block. And I'm just in the way. I'm not going to follow him. We want to slow him down. The injuries here over here were helpful, but now he will go this way. I think we might be able to make this work still. The injuries are nice. Let's not get this wrong. It's nice that we got 3 injuries now. We've injured more than he has injured us. This is still not good, but it could be injuries as well. But yeah, so it's good. I'm not going to score on him again, that's for sure. But we are making it as hard as possible for him to score on us. I think probably his best plan of action is blitz him. And then run this guy down over here as far as he can get while trying to set up something against him on the side here. But he's not doing that so far. He needs to go 12 spaces, and he has the capability to go 16 with this, since he can GFI. And now he will have to GFI because he's going more over on this side to try and keep me from blitzing him. Oh, what do we get? Oh, gets another KO. Okay. So I'm down to 6 players that we can work with. It might still be end up being enough. 2, 4, 6 players on the dot. But we do have Orkin all the way back here. And he can protect him, but can he protect him well enough? And even if this ends in a tie, it's been a good match. It's been a close match. And I think we can be okay with what we did. Okay, that alone is okay because we can get close enough to get a 2-die splits here. But let's see, yeah. So where is he going to go with this? Because I'm still going to go for the 1-die splits on the ball carrier if it comes down to it. Because he could just block or blitz us out of the way, so I do need to do this like this. Yeah. Okay, nice. That could still work. Is he going to go for a 1-dice block here? Possibly. I don't think he will dodge. Although he will probably... No. Yeah, we'll see. He's got 8 seconds left. Long match as well. We've used up most of our time, considering there was only 1 touchdown. This is a long match. So that we can already write. I think there's no denying that. Definitely was a good match and he played well. Okay, nope. So we can go in like this. I'd so love to do more here, but this is just the important thing. So if we knock him down, a push is not enough. A push would not be enough, but this could be enough. But it's 2 GFIs plus a 1 die splits on a player with dodge. Oh, we got it. Okay, this is us. This is our win. Awesome. Okay, I'm not gonna pile on. If we had broken the armor, I would have. But since we didn't, we will not. Okay, block this. Okay, we can get this. Let's see. Get that, push him to there. And then we can get up this way. I do have Frenzy, so we get another try. And might as well use my reroll. It's basically the last thing I'm gonna do. Oh? Ah, okay. Would have been nice if we could have ended this out with another injury for Wasabi. I know that's a greedy thing. And I'm still gonna dodge there. Don't want to be next to that thing. Yeah, and that's what we can say, I think. It definitely was very, very close with what we did here. Just by a hair. But we made it work, so I'm happy with that. Yeah, well, technically, this is not over yet. And this is something I'm never mad at. If they do these desperation plays, at least sometimes, I think it's okay. Yep, good. They wouldn't use the death roller necessarily, but it's the right thing to do because that will free up the dodge, and now the death roller finally bites him in the ass in turn 16. So this is a turnover. It's gonna hit my own player, assuming he doesn't take the attacker down, which he will not, obviously, but it's a loner that he won't even keep. Oh, he's using Juggernaut to push me, so he's nice, actually. Oh, no. It's still a thing. Well, yeah, okay, but he probably did that because it still means it's not over yet, technically, but it's even less likely because now it's 2 dodges. He used Juggernaut to turn that into a push. Let's see, 4+, 3+, 2+ to get the positioning going. Without a reroll now. Nope, fails it. There we go. Nice. Okay, here we go. Rolled a 4, that's fine. Oh, Orciginal got the MVP. We get another level up. Thank you. Okay, let me see what we get here. So we won after all. Didn't think it would happen. Still did. So that's good. Let's go with more Mighty Blow, of course, now that we have this. So let's see about this. I need to spend some money, 40k to be exact, which would be a little bit less than another alignment. I'm still going to stick with the 12 right now. I like that right now. But that will put us down to 1940. And does this look like right now? So good. But it also means we are at 45 matches, so only 5 left with the Orcs for now. And then we're gonna rotate them out for something new. Don't know what yet, though. But we'll see. So, yeah, this is where we're going to end the episode today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and a comment. And if you want to see me play more Blood Bowl 2, just stick around. And as always, thanks for watching. I hope that you will tune in next time. And have a nice day. Bye.